Long before Spider-Man No Way Home brought multiple web-slingers to the big screen, a lesser-known live-action showdown took place in 1978. In the episode Night of the Clones, Peter Parker, portrayed by Nicholas Hammond, faced off against a sinister genetic duplicate of himself, engineered by a cloned scientist named Dr. Moon. This marked the first, and to date only, live-action appearance of a Spider-Man clone, an idea that has become a recurring and often chaotic theme in the comics. In this video, we'll talk about the top 10 clones of Peter Parker as seen in the comics. Number 1. Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider. Created by the mad scientist Miles Warren aka Jackal, Ben is a near-perfect clone of Peter Parker. At first, he clashed with the original Spider-Man, desperate to reclaim what he thought was his true identity. But once the truth was revealed, that he was the clone, Ben made the difficult choice to forge his own path. He changed his name, dyed his hair, and re-emerged as the Scarlet Spider, a hero in his own right. Over the years, the Scarlet Spider's journey has been anything but smooth. Recently, he's taken a darker turn, transforming into the villain known as Chasm. Ben Reilly made his big screen debut in Across the Spider-Verse, portrayed as a sulking figure weighed down by his tragic past. But his first animated appearance actually came much earlier, in the 90s Spider-Man TV series, during a multiversal event that laid the groundwork for the Spider-Verse stories we know today. Number 2. Cain Parker, the second Scarlet Spider. Cain was actually the first clone of Peter Parker, created by the Jackal even before Ben Reilly. However, Cain was an imperfect prototype, unstable and deteriorating both physically and mentally. This instability, however, came with enhanced spider abilities. He was stronger and had a sharper spider sense than even Peter himself. Marked by heavy scarring and a dark past, Cain eventually found his own path to redemption, stepping into the role of the second Scarlet Spider. Though he was killed at one point, he was later resurrected by a totemic spider god, emerging with the ability to transform into a monstrous arachnid form. Another thing to note is that unlike his clone brother Ben, Cain was not implanted with Peter Parker's memories. He also has the ability to produce organic webbing, without the need for a mechanical web shooter. Number 3. Elliot Toiver, the Superior Octopus, who is essentially Dr. Octopus reborn, his mind transferred into the cloned body of Spider-Man. Before his apparent death, Otto Octavius created a digital backup of his consciousness. That digital self was later uploaded into a genetically engineered body crafted from a fusion of his own DNA and that of Peter Parker. Armed with the combined intellect of Dr. Octopus and the powers of Spider-Man, this new hybrid identity took on the name Superior Octopus while working with Hydra. Eventually, he adopted the name Elliot Toiver, once again embracing the mantle of the Superior Spider-Man, a title he had previously claimed when he inhabited Peter Parker's actual body. But that chapter has since closed. Elliot Toiver no longer exists. In a deal with Mephisto, Otto Octavius was restored to his original body and mind, becoming Dr. Octopus once more. Number 4 is Webman, an early Spider-Man clone introduced in the Spidey Super Stories comic series, set in the same universe as the 1970s live-action Spider-Man from the Electric Company TV show. Webman is essentially a mirror image of Spider-Man, created by Dr. Doom using a literal mirror and a twin machine that he invented. This duplicate was the opposite of Peter Parker in many ways. Instead of being good and smart, he's evil and dumb. To compensate for this inadequacy, Doom created a second Spidey clone, named Webby 2. Webman made his cinematic debut in Across the Spider-Verse as a member of Miguel's Spider Society. Number 5. Jessica Drew, or Spider-Woman from the Ultimate Universe. She's a female genetic clone of Peter Parker created by Dr. Octopus, with similar powers, but with the addition of having organic webbing released from her fingertips. She would later turn into an ally as Spider-Woman, and later rebrand herself as the Black Widow. Ultimate Jessica Drew is not to be confused with her Otherworld mainstream variant, who shares the same name, but has no genetic relation to Peter whatsoever. Number 6. Spider-Boy from the Amalgam Universe. He's basically the combination of DC's Superboy and Marvel's Spider-Man. In this alternate universe, a scientist named Peter Parker created a genetic duplicate of himself with the power to warp gravity. So, by redirecting his personal gravity, this clone could do all sorts of things like boosting his own strength, or stick to walls like a spider, which gave him the inspiration to call himself Spider-Boy. He was also given a special web-shooting pistol that fires strands of synthetic webbing. Number 7. Spiderside, another genetic clone of Peter made by Jackal. Due to genetic engineering by his creator, he also has jacked-up super strength and can control his body on a molecular level, allowing him to shapeshift into various different forms. Number 8 is the SpiderDoppelganger, an evil, near-mindless duplicate of Spider-Man that was created by Magus, the evil version of Adam Warlock, along with an entire army of twisted evil duplicates of Earth's heroes. Peter Parker / Spider-Man served as the creative basis for this vicious clone created via cosmic power. Its features include having 6 arms, sharp talons, and fangs, as well as organic web spinnerets on each forearm that fire razor-sharp webbing. Number 9. Flipside, an android that is sort of a digital clone of Spider-Man and Venom. Flipside was created with the ability to adopt the powers of others. Having been kept locked away for decades, it finally met Spider-Man 2099. Wanting to mimic this new Spider-Man of the future, Flipside combined digital templates of the original Spider-Man, Peter Parker, as well as Venom that was already present inside his database. The mix of these patterns resulted in a psychotic Spider-Man copycat that went on a killing spree. Number 10. WreckRap, who is actually more of a Peter Parker copycat instead of an actual clone. He was a weak demon from Limbo who idolized Spider-Man and called himself Parker Man. He then bonded with a symbiote that had merged with the Spider-Man t-shirt he was wearing. This transformed him into a funny, bulky cross between Spider-Man and Venom. He named himself WreckRap, which is Parker spelled backwards.
They said they didn't need another Parker, that I had it backwards. So say hello to WreckRap.
And now for some extra mentions of even more Parker clones that didn't make it on our main list. Miles Warren, the Jackal, had actually made many other messed-up Parker clones throughout the years, not just Ben, Kaine, and Spiderside. He even created Guardian, Jack, and an entire army of disposable cheap spider clones. And in the Ultimate Universe, Dr. Octopus was behind all the disgusting clone shenanigans. He created Tarantula, Scorpion, and even a Richard Parker clone, all partially from the DNA of Peter Parker. Ultimate Carnage also sort of falls under this group, but was made by the Lizard instead. There's also the SpiderSlayers from the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show that were reimagined as synthezoids incorporated with the DNA of Peter, thus making them Spider-Man clones. They each had unique additional abilities, inspired by other well-known, already established Marvel characters. In another alternate universe, a Black Widow named Galina Zarfin was impregnated with Peter Parker's stolen DNA as part of Russia's top-secret program to create super spider-powered soldiers. She ended up giving birth to 123 of these genetically enhanced babies.